Hey, home buyers. So, should you stretch to buy that first house? I've been doing this for 15 years and I've always been focused on buyers. And here's what I've learned. When it comes to stretching your budget for a home, I really don't recommend it. So, let's talk about why some people say you should stretch and my concerns about it. Sometimes you hear it from Google, sometimes your parents might say, stretch a little bit and we'll help you out. But how much are they really going to help and for how long? How long can they help? Even well-intentioned parents might not have the assets to support you long term, or they could hurt their own retirement plans. Then you hear it from real estate agents who might say, it's normal for you to stretch on your first home. But their thought process is often based on the idea that you get stuck in that home for longer than you planned. They want you to be happy with a nicer one. But here's the thing, no house is worth being house poor. Beyond not having a life and being stuck in the house, being house poor brings a level of stress that can affect everything, your relationships, your health, and even your job. It's just not worth it. And if you've been in the industry like me, you've seen it all before. So here's what you need to think about. The emotional pressure from others telling you to stretch is real, but it's your finances, it's your life. So here's what I would suggest you think about before making the decision to stretch. 1, taxes. How much are you paying in state and property taxes? There's a huge difference based on the state you're in. You know, New Jersey versus Florida, California versus Georgia, and even here in Nevada. You need to factor these in because lenders don't consider state taxes when qualifying you. You could end up stretching yourself too thin. Number 2, insurance costs. With the rising insurance premiums in states like Florida or wildfire areas in California, this could be another expense that catches you off guard. Always check with your insurance provider and prepare for the possible increases. Number 3, property taxes and HOA fees. These can fluctuate over time, and in some states, they're not capped, meaning they can keep rising. Make sure you know what you're getting yourself into with your property taxes and homeowners association fees. I've had clients who thought they can stretch only to be hit with surprise costs, whether it's childcare or even taking care of their pets. You've got to plan ahead and think about all of these things. For example, had a client recently whose childcare costs were $1,500 a month for one child. If you're stretched to the max, how will you handle those expenses? How will you handle the rising of taxes and insurance and HOAs? So, should you stretch to buy your first home? My advice is no. Don't max out your budget. If your debt to income ratio is already high, if you're feeling nervous and uncomfortable, that's a big red flag. You want to feel confident in your purchase and not overwhelmed by it. You don't want to have buyer's remorse. Unless you're doing all the proper steps, budgeting, understanding taxes, and preparing for rising costs, stretching can put you in a really tough spot. And remember, the house might seem like the dream, but is it worth the financial strains? Probably not. So if you need help planning or you're unsure where to start, I'm definitely here to help. Schedule a free call with me. My calendar link is in the description below. I'm always happy to answer your questions and guide you through this process. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more home buying tips, and I'll see you in the next video. May the rate be with you.